All right, we've got some pop culture stuff here to get to. Let's start with Spielberg, right? He's on his press tour. He revealed that he was attached to direct Interstellar originally for a year before walking away, handing it to Christopher Nolan. Yeah, you've seen that film a ton of times, Ian, right? What's your reaction to that?
I'm glad he gave it up. I mean, it's fascinating though because the parts of Interstellar that get criticized, the sentimentality, the weight of the father-daughter relationship, that's Spielberg's entire thing. He would have nailed those. The parts Nolan gets credit for, the cold scientific precision, the visual ambition, those are legitimately Christopher Nolan. So, I mean, a producer once called Nolan a cold guy who makes cold films, and Nolan said Interstellar was his attempt to prove otherwise. The irony is the emotional parts of the film are where even Nolan's defenders say he struggled. Spielberg might have made a better version of the movie he walked away from if that was all you really gave credit for. I don't think that Interstellar would have been nearly as good with Steven Spielberg because like Spielberg would have nailed the emotional part, but then the
Yeah.
cool parts that have people going back to Interstellar, the space stuff, the staircase and all that,
Hmm.
he would have thought that was way too convoluted and complex. He would have tried to dull it down and it would have been just like the
Yeah.
who spilled water in this tea, you know?
Yeah. So I mean, he brought in Jonathan Nolan, Chris's brother, to write the first two drafts of the movie, which didn't stick. Jonathan told him, "If you walk away, my brother's grabbing this. He's already bugging me about it, right?" So Spielberg stepped back. Nolan jumped in the next day. Spielberg's quote this week about it: "Interstellar was a much better movie in Chris Nolan's hands than it would have been in mine." So it sounds like even Spielberg agrees with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
We don't need Spielberg getting another chance at anything.
Right.
Come on.
Let's talk Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, a 2006 indie horror mockumentary cult classic. 20 years
Oh,
later, they've officially announced a sequel. Original
so
director,
good.
writer, cast, all returning. Launching a Kickstarter, actually, to supplement it, but said we're making it either way. Glosserman's quote: "For 20 years, people asked if Leslie would come back. The truth is, he never really left."
That's a great line. That's like we don't want to see him come back. We want to be like, oh, he was here all along. That's already a great twist.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
that's
did you see Behind the Mask? I loved
no.
it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's a classic, dude. Yeah, Behind the Mask, long before The Office or anything like that. Um, they basically just like are following a serial killer. So he's like, yeah, so I wait out here in the woods, and she'll come outside and she'll like bring the trash, and it's a
That
long
sounds
game.
fantastic.
He's like it's a long game. You make a noise here or there, and you just like
But it's
rustle
mockumentary
things, but
style.
you never let
Okay.
her actually know you exist.
I've actually I wasn't even aware of this.
Yo, it's a fantastic movie. I
Okay.
believe if you look up the cast, the hero is played by a guy who's usually a villain. If I remember correctly, Freddy Krueger is in Behind the Mask as the Van Helsing type to play against
Oh,
type.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I'll have to check out that original. That sounds fun and keep my eye on the sequel.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on here. We've got Zaslav's Golden Parachute, right? And CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery Company being acquired by Paramount Skydance. $111 billion enterprise value. SEC disclosure this week: the top value of his golden parachute is $886.8 million.
It's like when you played Monopoly as a kid and you're like, this isn't even real. These numbers aren't real. It's like every time you read some of this stuff for the people that are just so far at the top, you're like, what? These aren't real numbers. What are we talking about right now?
So we're looking at $335 million estimated tax reimbursement, $34 million in cash severance, $517 million in equity. ISS, major shareholder advisory firm, is recommending investors vote against it, calling it one of the highest golden parachute estimates ever observed.
The context matters here. Zaslav is the person who shut down finished films as tax write offs, gutted entire divisions, presided over brutal content cost cutting in recent Hollywood history, and he walks with nearly $1 billion. The shareholder vote is April 23rd, same day as the NFL draft.
The ISS still recommends voting for the overall Paramount merger. The deal itself is fine. It's one of the person's exit package that's extraordinary, even by extraordinary standards.
I'd say, I mean, is this a negotiation thing where they just start really, really high and see if they can get it? See if they just want you to go away.
Right. Must be, because this is
How
ridiculous.
high would you write a check if you knew Disney was going to cash it, or Paramount,
True.
or like Warner? You know.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go for some F1.